I sure hope your Christmas and New Year's season has been really good. I also hope that as we begin this new calendar year and the second semester of the academic year, that you'll take full advantage of the resources that are available to you. Of course, you know that we have university passages that have been set for this year, and each month we make available a resource to you, a written document and these videos. It's such a joy to be able to focus on the I am statements. Today it's a joy to have Jennifer Wolfe in the Vice Provost's office available and talking with us, Jennifer, about John 10:11, where Jesus says, I am the Good Shepherd. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for taking time to share your wisdom and your insight about this particular passage.
Well, thank you for having me.
So as you think about this verse, it's a short one, it's pretty direct, but when you think about Jesus saying, I am the Good Shepherd, what are some thoughts that come to your mind, some insights on this particular verse that perhaps you've thought about and are important to you?
Well, and just considering this verse, I did read the verses ahead of it just to give it context. And
sure.
you know, knowing that in this particular passage, Jesus is speaking about how he is the gate. He is the person standing there at the gate of the pen with the sheep. He is the way by which people can come in to be safe. He keeps out the thieves and anyone who would harm the flock. He keeps those out, and it just gives you a profound image of Christ as being both the way and the truth, as he mentions earlier, but he's also the protector, and how he would lay down his life for this flock. The idea that it's through him that you are safe, through him that you find that salvation, through him you find that safety from those out there who would harm you, even unto the point that he would die for you. I mean, those are very profound thoughts.
So it's unique that in this particular verse, not only does he describe himself as the shepherd, but he adds this moral value, this moral freight of goodness.
Yes.
What comes from that? I mean, what?
And again, thinking of it in context with the other verses, this idea that he is the good one. Now, he is not those robbers or those bandits out there who could harm the sheep, who would possibly take one and kill one. He is the good one. He is willing to, he's the right one in essence. He's the one who's going to be doing all the right things that will be keeping you safe, unlike the false teachings, the false prophets out there, the things that would lure a sheep away. I mean, I grew up in the Midwest. I know about sheep. Sheep are stupid. They will follow certain paths. And he's saying he's the one who is good. He's the one who's right. He's the one who's going to keep you safe, even unto death. He would lay down his life.
So perhaps with the image of not only just a shepherd, but a good shepherd who's going to be making good choices, looking out for us, perhaps the result or that comes from that, the emotion that this elicits, is a sense of peace.
Sense of peace, yes.
And confidence.
That you can trust this person, that there's peace to be found in trusting in him.
When you think about living in the light of this good shepherd that elicits a sense of confidence and peace, what does that mean for you in your workplace here at APU?
Well, it's always nice to know that whatever is going on and whatever is happening, pretty high level stuff comes around the office, but just knowing that this is all part of God's plan, that it's all just trusting that this is the Good Shepherd. But even in the day-to-day things I'm dealing with, when students come in or situations arise, and I think of some of our students who come in and just your heart breaks for them because of the different things they're going through. And there's a part of me who wants to go, I'll fix it. I'll find some way to make this better. And just having to have that moment where I stop and say, the Lord's going to make this better. The Lord's going to hold them in his hand. And that's hard for me to remember sometimes. A lot of times, it's hard for me to remember that.
Mm-hmm. There's an interesting fine line, it seems to me, between wanting to reach out and fix someone's problem for them and wanting to exercise faith in the Good Shepherd who will care for them, protect them, and guide them, and somehow convey that disposition into their circumstance. That's what I hear you saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are there any things, Jennifer, that that perhaps you do differently because of this kind of verse, because of the knowledge of the Good Shepherd that is always with you, caring for you, protecting you in goodness?
I have to remind myself a lot that God's got this. I'm a type of person who's very take charge. I have to make sure everything's okay. I have to take care of all the little things, and I get so caught up in that. I tend to get frustrated or panic or worry about things that are completely out of my control. And I have to really sit down and remind myself of passages like this, that God's in control. God has this. You'll be fine. Just trust and believe in Him, because He's the Good Shepherd. He's not going to lead you astray.
Thank you, Jennifer, for taking a few minutes and sharing the insights and the differences that this kind of passage makes for you. There's a reaffirmation of our faith in declaring and living like Christ is our Good Shepherd. And thank you for taking time. I really trust that you'll take this verse and the other verses and will make them an integral part of your daily living. These are not just verses to put up on the wall or to imagine and study forensically, but rather they're verses that have deep meaning and will influence how we as a Christian community treat one another, treat those that we're working with, and ourselves allow our lives to be changed in the light of the declarations of Jesus, who is the I Am, in this case, the Good Shepherd. God bless you.